They don't talk at all. And they've never really talked. I'm at my sister's house and I walk in the living room. And my dad and John are sitting on the couch talking. And because I'm a confrontational person, I walk up and I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? And they looked up at me and they said, did you see the Ken Burns documentary on Vietnam? And I said, I've started to watch a little bit of it. And they said, both of us have just watched it. Both of them are non-vets. And they had something in common. They had something to talk about. As tragic as that war was and still is on the people who were involved in it, over there and here at home. And I said, damn, man, that's one of the craziest bonds I've ever heard in my life. But I'm glad something brought you together and that you're talking. You know what I'm saying? And John said, I love you, son. He ain't my blood dad, but I appreciated that. My dad doesn't often say that. He just smiled. So I'd like to sing this song for John and my dad. And I'd like to sing it for those who are younger than John and my dad, who dealt with similar situations, and I hope in some way you find something that heals you through these kind of tragedies, and that in the end we do appreciate you. When my girl got pregnant, well, I dropped right out of school. But there's no work in South Hill, so what else could I do? The recruiters came a-knocking when this whole damn thing began. They promised me a college education, food and medicine. They said I wouldn't spend a dime if I got deployed overseas. Plus Baghdad is safer now than old Washington, D.C. So I signed that dotted line right quick, and in a blink of an eye found myself at Fort Benning, where I practiced forming lines. Well, Fallujah became my home, my comfort and my dread. The Marines, they came through first. Man, they tore this place to shreds with the sound of crushing Amtraks in the whine of their Humvees. Calling in them A-10 airstrikes, man, I wish I could have seen it. But when we got to town, I realized we were only legs. We do dismounted patrols, we do searches and do raids. We hear the crack of small arms firing a blast from IEDs. We hurry up and wait, sucking dust and stay low-key. And I cannot stop this pounding in my head. I thought we were doing right, but that's not what folks back home have said. Sometimes I can't tell which way is up or which is down. But I'm oddly at ease with this chaos all around. Then one day out on patrol, doing time out in the heat, we were ordered to a neighborhood to talk to folks out on the street, to gather information on where some weapons may be stored, or see if the Mujahideen had hauled them off out of Fallujah and to the north. Well, my platoon got lost and made more than one wrong turn. We should have called in our position fast, but we blamed each other first. Then we started taking sniper fire. God damn them all. We couldn't find the shooter nowhere. He had us pinned down one and all. Well, friendlies, they caught up, and we took back that goddamn street. But something wasn't right, and I was feeling really weak. My adrenaline was high, and I was scared, and I could hardly breathe. I heard Doc argue with Sarge that morphine might kill me. That's the last thing I remember. that and heat and clear blue sky. And thinking about my girl back home, my daughter's little eyes. I took that bullet in Fallujah. I'm laid up in Germany, and I'm headed back stateside to the care of Walter Reed. And I cannot feel a thing below my waist. God tried to help me, man, but it was too late. Now I don't know who is right or who is wrong, but I'm fucked up and I wanna go back home. And I cannot stop this pounding in my head. I thought we were doing right, but that's not what folks back home have said. Sometimes I can't tell which way is up or which is down, but one day I'll stand firmly on the ground. Y'all hear? Yes, one day I'll stand firmly on the ground. One day